Meditation Journal Day 1, April 18th, 2025. Morning in Los Angeles looked like a painting just brushed with light. A thin mist wandered through the streets, and the air smelled like a mix of salty ocean breeze and fresh coffee beans from the corner cafe. I sat cross-legged on the wool rug in my living room, watching the shadows of palm trees sway gently outside the window, as if singing an ancient song. The rug, deep red and woven with intricate geometric patterns, was a treasure I picked up in Morocco last year. Thick, warm to the touch, it seemed to hum stories of its voyage across the seas. I settled into a half-lotus pose, left leg bent, right leg resting on top, soul facing the sky. I learned this just yesterday from Henry, a practitioner with decades of meditation experience. His eyes were so deep they seemed to see through time. Yet his smile was so warm, it made you let your guard down instantly. Henry is a legend. In his 50s, hair graying but spirit bright. He lives in a vine-covered cottage in Pasadena, surrounded by rosemary and lavender. He spent years in India and Tibet in his youth, learning Zen, yoga, and Tibetan visualization practices from various masters. When he taught me the half-lotus, he gently tapped my back and said, "Don't force it. Let your body flow like a river, soft but strong." His voice was low and resonant, like a temple bell lingering in the air. He also taught me a simple breathing technique. Inhale and let the belly expand like a balloon. Exhale and let the whole body soften like a wave retreating into the ocean. Compared to all the fancy techniques I'd read about, this felt refreshingly grounded. Henry's words lit a quiet lamp inside me. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, the scent of lavender oil filling my nose. I had bought the oil at the farmer's market from a silver-haired old lady who smiled like a fairy tale, and promised it would wake up your soul. Half skeptical at the time, I now felt gentle ripples spreading across my chest, like a lake stirred by a soft breeze. I started breathing as Henry taught. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the shoulders sink naturally. Breathing is your anchor, grounding you in the now, Henry had said. I tried to slow each breath, like whispering hello to time itself. At first, my mind obediently followed my breathing, but within minutes, it wandered off. Thinking about the lease agreement I needed to confirm with a client, and wondering if last night's braised beef stew was too sweet. I opened my eyes and sighed, feeling like a newbie surfer who wiped out the moment they stood up. Henry had warned me, thoughts are like clouds. You don't need to chase or fight them. Just watch them drift by. I smiled, closed my eyes again, and instead of forcing a clear mind, I simply observed the passing thoughts, like watching a random movie unfold. Gradually, my breath smoothed out, flowing like a small creek inside me. After about 10 minutes, I noticed a shift in my body. Not an earth-shattering epiphany, but a subtle lightness, like a tight string loosening slightly. Air seemed to move warmly and ticklishly through me, like someone blowing magic dust between my bones. And then, awkwardness. I farted. Not a sneaky, tiny one, but a loud, proud explosion that could scare the neighbor's cat. I froze for a second, almost bursting into laughter. Was this a side effect of meditation? Or was my body clearing the deck? I couldn't hold it. 2 more farts came, each one more epic than the last. Strangely, I wasn't embarrassed at all. I actually felt relieved, as if something stuck deep inside me had finally been released. I remembered Henry's story about a fellow student in India who farted during every meditation session. Everyone had laughed like hyenas until the teacher said, "Your body is thanking you for letting it breathe." Thinking about it, my little concert didn't seem like such a big deal. It felt more like a high five from my body. I kept sitting, letting the body's true talk play itself out. My breathing grew deeper, slower, syncing with some hidden pulse of the universe. The birds outside, the distant hum of a lawnmower, even my own heartbeat. All came together like a low-key symphony. I remembered a line from the Tao Te Ching, reach the ultimate emptiness, maintain the deepest stillness. In that moment, I felt like I got a little glimpse of stillness. Not that I became some enlightened guru, but I was, for a fleeting moment, on the same wavelength as the world, slow dancing with the universe. After about half an hour, my legs started tingling, a million ants marching. I tried adjusting my posture, but eventually decided to call it a day. Opening my eyes, I saw a sliver of sunlight snaking through the curtains, painting a golden arc across the carpet. I stood up, stretched lazily, and felt lighter, as if I had just soaked in a hot bath, every pore singing. I made myself a cup of Bailuo Chen tea, the leaves unfurling slowly in the hot water, like dancing. Cup in hand, I stood on the balcony, gazing at the white letters on the Hollywood Hills, thinking, this meditation thing, it's kinda cool. Reflecting on the experience, I felt like a just-started adventurer. Backpack stuffed with a few mantras from Henry, facing a path too long to see the end, but the buzz of exploration already had me hooked. Scientifically speaking, meditation is said to lower cortisol levels, regulate amygdala activity, and even promote neuroplasticity. According to a 2024 Journal of Neuroscience study, Smith et al., 2024, regular meditation can thicken the brain's prefrontal cortex, enhancing focus and emotional regulation. A 2023 review in Nature reviews Neuroscience Johnson and Brown, 2023, also pointed out that meditation improves vagal tone, boosting heart rate variability, and reducing anxiety. I had read all that before, but what truly got me addicted was this feeling of being woken up in both body and soul, like a window swinging open, revealing a quieter, vaster self beyond, like the starry sky. I decided I'll try again tomorrow, maybe shift to an earlier morning slot, or try the loving kindness meditation Henry had mentioned. He said to imagine yourself wrapped in light, then share that light with others. Sounds a bit woo-woo, but I trust him. Jason, my friend, also recently mentioned a 4-7-8 breathing technique that supposedly makes you fall asleep in seconds. I'll ask Henry how that compares to what he taught me. Oh, and I definitely need to ask him, why does meditation make you fart? Is it really just gut bacteria throwing a party? Thinking about all this, I remembered what Thoreau wrote in Walden. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately. I didn't go to the woods, just crossed my legs in the living room. But somehow, I tasted a bit of that living deliberately feeling. Meditation isn't a magic pill. It won't make me a billionaire or Buddha overnight, but it lets me hear my breath. Isn't that a small miracle? Outside, the sunset painted the sky in peachy pink, like an unfinished watercolor. Time to prep dinner. Planning to make Thai green curry chicken, spicy enough to wake the neighbors. Hopefully, tomorrow's meditation will involve fewer farts. Or else I might seriously start blaming last night's beef stew for playing tricks on me. Haha, life needs a little spice, right? Alright, that's it for today's journal. See you in the next entry.